We go on the set, and I did it with Catherine Rossley, quite beautiful girl.
Did you just wash your clothes?
Yes. Sit down, please.
Where did you wash them?
And we rehearse, and Mike wants to do this, I learned later, in a master shot. I couldn't have told you what a master shot was, but the camera was there, and we're here, and then we get on the bed, and it comes over and around, and then it comes over here, and he wants to do 10 pages all in one take, and moving the camera. So maybe he's just working out himself, or he's trying to see, you know, can this guy who's basically just barely been on the stage, can he do movies? Can he, you know, work under these conditions? It's not a few lines and then cut.
Would you like the style?
And both Catherine and I kept screwing up. We were both violently nervous.
I haven't said I was going to marry you yet.
I know that. But I think you will.
And Buck Henry, obviously, and Mike had worked on it. And they, you know, they wanted it word for word. And if we left one word out, or they said, that's not a period, that's 3 dots. I mean, it was strict. Fine. But we weren't getting it. And I could feel the sweat building up a little bit. This was all day with the crew. And Mike takes me aside after, God knows, the 10th take or whatever. And I go to talk to him, and I think, oh, I hope he's going to tell me, thank you, just go back to New York. But he says, you know, you seem so nervous, ill at ease. I says, I am. I said, I really am. I told you I don't think I'm right, and I don't think I know the lines that well. I couldn't learn them fast enough. And I remember he said, well, just relax. He says, the curtain is not going to open. There's no audience. It's not the movie that's going to come out. It's a screen test. We may not even print most of this stuff when we put together the scene. There's no need for any pressure. And I looked at him and I said, okay, thank you. And he put his hand out to shake my hand. And I shook his hand, and his hand was so sweaty, it slipped out of mine because he was that nervous. So we finished the screen test, and I shook hands with people on the crew. And the prop man, who coincidentally wound up being the prop man on the film, I guess I had a hand in my pocket. And I took my hand out of my pocket and said, and thank you. I basically was apologizing for being there and wasting their time all day. And I took my hand out of my pocket to shake his hand, and tokens fell out when I took my hand out. And the tokens then were about that big. And there's, I don't know, 8 of them on the ground. And I start to bend over. He says, no, that's okay, I'll get them. And he gets them, and as he's putting them in my hand, he says, here, kid, you're gonna need these. Very nice, very sweet, but that was a message. And I said, thank you. Parenthetically, when I got the part, the last day of shooting, the 100th day or whatever, this prop man gave me, and I still have it in my study, a frame with about 10 tokens in it.